There were mourning ceremonies for an Ayatollah who was murdered.
Fixing this is not through life. Wondering if the neighbour we bump into in the street is thinking.
Instrumental to the history of our nation, fundamental to our laws. Your hope is not misplaced, and that we can all work together to make this country.
It's been 6 months since 2 Jews were murdered on the streets of Manchester on Yom Kippur. 6 months since we gathered in this very same spot, demanding that the Prime Minister take action to halt the insane wave of Jew hatred sweeping the country. Vandalism, arson, firebombing, harassment, violent assault have all become commonplace. And once again, the man who lives in the house over there, although invited to address us, has refused to take a few minutes out of his day to join us and tell us what his plan is for dealing with what is now a national emergency. And those consequences have been playing out in front of our eyes with
I think it's really important for people with any shred of decency, anybody who's got any knowledge of history, would see that it might start with Jewish people, but it certainly won't end with Jewish people. I just get very upset by how blatant the anti-Semitism, particularly from the far left, and how casual it's become. And I think a lot of it is hugely based on ignorance. There's been a lot of groups on the far left and very extreme Islamist groups have basically openly supported terrorism, and also public figures as well. We've got people in the current cabinet who've expressed support. I just want to see more robust action in actually dealing with terrorism, you know, in whether that is people who are openly inciting acts of violence.
It has increased because of the crisis, the economic crisis, the wars, the insecurity, which makes the middle class insecure and kind of desperate. And that's why we see these middle class dominated hate demonstrations. We have to fight the government. The worst thing they did was when they recognized a Palestine led by Hamas. That's what he said. He would recognize Palestine, whatever Hamas was in the leadership or not. That was a blow to the Jews in this country.
Your lives. We are not just a good community.
People aren't being prosecuted for anti-Semitism outward. They come out of the closet. A lot of closet anti-Semites have just seen that nothing's being done to anybody, so they just go out and do whatever they do. And there needs to be action, there needs to be forceful action and real consequences for their actions. And until that happens, unfortunately, we have to stay vigilant and stay alert.
The police, they're not as active. They're trying their best. I understand that they're trying their best, but it's also the fault of the Prime Minister. They should be out on the rise.
If you could lower the flags so we don't dilute the impact of all the flags.
They could put security. They could have more. They could put the people more in jail. They can keep them. They have more recognition of the Jewish people. as a whole. But the most important is that people should stay strong, stay proud of who they are, and we should pray to God that nothing else will happen.